What is going on, my Cardano friends? It's your Cardano friend Jack here, and today I want to talk about Cardano and how it's about to pop, right? Not just the price, but development activity, users, everything is about to blow up, and it kind of already is. Honestly, the bubble has already been popped, a month back or a week back when the announcement of smart contracts was released for September 12th. 2021. So not even a month from today, not even a full 30 days from today, the arrival date for the hard fork and smart contracts on the Cardano main network is coming. And what does this mean, right? Well, first thing, it means you got to be staking your ADA to earn more ADA for free. You might as well do it. You have full access and you can stake with the Jack pool to do so. If you don't know how to do it, there's a link down in the description. It's the first link underneath that little lightning bolt emoji. Now, let's keep going though. What is happening? Well, first things first, Cardano is popping, in fact, and people are coming from ADA or coming to ADA from ETH after the gas fees remain still unusable for the average user. Over on Ethereum, Yoroi update. This was posted yesterday. They've seen a huge increase in user base and a high load on servers, and this may be creating some downtime for our users. We continue to take steps to address the server load and have made improvements on our backend this weekend. So if you didn't hear, Yoroi went down, and when I say went down, it doesn't mean anyone didn't have access to their funds, right? It just means that they couldn't see them. So if you looked on Yoroi, you couldn't see your funds and transactions, but if you go to a blockchain explorer like Pool TM and you put in your address to the search bar, you can see transactions and everything associated with that address. So if you ever get locked out of Yoroi, put in one of your receiving addresses into here or your stake key, and you're going to be able to see all of your wallet's activity. Keep that in mind, okay? Just a lookout for you guys who don't know that. It's easy to see if you just go to Pool TM or Pool PM, Cardano Scan. Any of the blockchain explorers for Cardano will help you make sure that your funds aren't gone, okay? But yeah, huge user increase, and that was the reason for Yoroi's downtime. Now, why is there a huge user increase? Well, most likely it's because people are seeing Cardano and they're switching to it, or they're making wallets on it so they can prepare for smart contracts and so they can do more things coming up on September 12th. Now, another pretty good piece of news from IOHK, one of the 3 founding partners of Cardano, is that they're looking good. The date that they announced for September 12th mainnet hard fork, smart contracts coming to the main network, was a good date, and they're still on track. Last week they shared it, and thanks to the community for all the messages and support. Me and you, we've been supporting them, right? And they continue to remain on track. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. They have been working hard over the weekend and continue to make positive progress, maintaining momentum against the timeline shared in the mid-month update. We're in a good place, but there's still further work ahead. Of course, there's still some big things to overtake, and Alonzo Purple is not over yet. Today, though, which was yesterday, they released the Plutus mainnet candidates to the node team, who are now hard at work integrating this into their own node final release candidates. This version will be passed to Alan Doran and the QA testing team. This will be the one. Once they've given their thumbs up and a strong bicep, they will then hand over to our component teams who will implement any final upgrades before the Alonzo hard fork on testnet, which is September 1st this year, so very, very soon. Since spinning up the new Alonzo Purple network, we have now 250 plus participants on the network. Some SPOs and users have experienced configuration and sync issues on Purple. This is likely to be a setup issue, so we'll make sure everything is good before scaling any further. Taking time, doing things right as IOHK and as the Cardano approach is always meant to be, which is really good, especially when we're going towards something so big like smart contracts being finally rolled out onto the Cardano main network. There's no sense in rushing it a day or two, and they're still on track as we speak right now. Meanwhile, the first exchanges are making progress integrating with our components, with 6 exchanges now actively engaging with the CF-led integration team. We expect numbers to increase rapidly as the week progresses. This could also be, somewhat inclined with the Yoroi users' wallet, onboarding exchanges to the test network, and people getting more exposure to Cardano, or Cardano getting more exposure to more people as they get onboarded for the hard fork on exchanges. The team is quite a month ahead, but we're making good progress, and we'll be sure to keep you posted here as we head even closer, not ever closer, to smart contracts on Cardano. Not long now, onward. Pretty awesome stuff from IOHK, and me myself, I am quite excited for smart contracts to be rolled out, to have developers start building with smart contracts, and to have the frameworks there so end users can really experience the Cardano effect. Really looking forward to that. But another piece of news on the development side of things is that there has been 12,000 more devs invited to Alonzo Purple now. Pretty insane. 12,000 more devs invited, which is an insane amount of people compared to the couple hundred that we did have before. And this just goes to show how much mainstream adoption is coming from the developer community and Cardano. A lot of people have been saying no one wants to develop on Haskell, no one wants to do anything on Cardano, but that's just not true. There's plenty of people who like the Cardano approach and are going to be developing on Cardano. So 12,000 more invites to Alonzo Purple's testnet. Pretty insane. Now let's go over to some Ethereum versus Cardano topics. So ETH is freaking broken. We are back to an average of $75 to $90 gas fees. Thanks EIP 1559. Nice hard fork. You did a great job at burning assets. Sweet. So much room for Cardano to do it right, or Solana. In my opinion, it's going to be Cardano. Solana, Solana's not a bad blockchain, but they don't do things as precisely as Cardano does with Ouroboros staking. Solana uses slashing, and the whole point of Cardano is to get around slashing. That's just my opinion, right? But it's pretty exciting to see that people are essentially turning themselves away from Ethereum and looking for alternatives, and Cardano's just kind of sitting there saying, hey, we're here. We're here as an alternative, but if you don't want to use us, that's fine. And when you do want to use us, we're going to be here still. So I really like it. Ethereum is kind of putting itself down, and Cardano is getting activated right as smart contracts are about to roll out. And as smart contracts roll out, and as people have the full functionality that they do on Ethereum, and as more dApps get developed, more things get developed on Cardano, it's going to be a easier choice to switch from one blockchain to another, especially if you're into the NFT scene or a certain area of DeFi. Once Cardano has more dApps built, it's going to be much easier for people to go, hey, I'm sick of these gas fees. Let's switch over to a better, more efficient blockchain that uses not only proof of stake, but the Ouroboros consensus model and proof of stake, meaning my funds can be secured. I can stake it super easily, and it's simple, it's efficient, and it doesn't cost $75 to $90 in gas fees every time I want to send a couple ADA or a couple 0.000 Ethereum. And that's pretty important. Moving on though, we're going to talk about NFTs. So a tweet was put out today. What's your favorite blockchain to mint NFTs on? And of course, I said Cardano. But even without smart contracts, Cardano's NFT platform and NFT marketplaces that have just came out in the past 3 weeks have millions of dollars worth of sales on them. In just 3 weeks, CNFT.io, millions of dollars worth of ADA transferred and bought and sold on that marketplace. And we don't even have smart contract functionality. We are not at the peak of this, and this is just the beginning. But why do I like Cardano more? Well, there's almost zero fees. Right now, 0.22 ADA to mint, an NFT on Cardano. Pretty much nothing. Not only is this fee there, but this fee goes over to a treasury to fund future development and this development fund can be accessed from community votes. It's proposals from developers and voted in to fund by the community, people holding ADA. That's pretty awesome. Better than burning it, in my opinion. And not only that, but these images for NFTs on Cardano are stored on chain, and there's no really need for as much IPFS reliance. So they're on the blockchain, they're stored, and they're concrete. They're more set in stone, if you will. So that's some reasons why I like Cardano NFTs. Obviously, ETH's NFTs are much more developed. There's much more communities around projects built on Ethereum but gas fees are really eating themselves alive. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone makes a Cardano NFT converter to switch Ethereum NFTs over to Cardano, meaning it would burn it on Ethereum network and bring it to Cardano. That could pause, that could be some problems, but I think it's possible that people do that, or projects convert over to Cardano with an ERC20 token converter and with a asset burning and minting platform from one blockchain to another. I could see that happening. Now, one last thing before we go, or really two last things. I want to talk about a project that I'm working on, because I'm building an NFT project on Cardano called StickFricks. If you haven't seen it, we got some Ergo bandits I've even generated. Now these are randomly generated StickFricks. They're going to be awesome. There's going to be 10,000 of them, but there's just some examples of them. And if you want to follow StickFricks on Twitter, I greatly appreciate that. This project is going to come post smart contracts. I'm going to put some pretty cool things in this project. And if you want to stay tuned, definitely follow it over there. Now, one last thing before we go, and this is actually the last thing. And so let's talk about some prices, because oftentimes I forget to look at the charts. And I know a lot of people look at the charts. I don't look at the charts that much, and I'll tell you why. I don't know where Cardano is going to be in a month from now. Well, I kind of do. I know it's going to probably be in a good spot of development, and the price might not reflect that. So I don't know where the price is going to be. But I do know that in 5 years, we're probably almost certainly going to be up a couple 1,000%. And that's the golden egg right there. Honestly, you can pick a lot of cryptocurrencies and be successful with them. And really, at this point, it's just, which one do you like best? And for me, I like Cardano best. And people building on Cardano, Ergo, Singularity Net, some good projects. But the idea is that don't pay too much attention to the short-term price. Think longer term. In reality, in 5 years, if Cardano is going to be $10, $20, $30, there's not that much of a difference if you bought it 206 or 156. Now, there is a difference, and you could make more potential profit if you wait for a dip. So maybe you just dollar cost average in, buy the same every week, or maybe you set aside money for dips. I don't know. It's your investment. It's your choice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude in my mom's basement. But what I do know is that if you play crypto with a long-term mindset, you're going to be way more efficient at coming out on top than if you just, think in 2 month spans. It's going to hurt. Think in 5 year spans. And I personally only ever pick things or buy Cardano or buy crypto that's going to be a 5 year hold. If I'm not willing to hold it for 5 years, I'm not going to buy it. That's a simple rule I go by, and I'll stick to that. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to sell in 5 years. If the price goes to the moon, Cardano probably won't sell. It's more my blue chip. But the other ones, Ergo and Singularity Net, there's a good chance if they go crazy, I might sell, 30% of them and roll the profit back into Cardano, something like that. So everyone has their own plans, but I just want to let you guys know that the prices from day to day aren't too important, especially when you're looking long term. Bitcoin may be down right now. Maybe it's going to retest back up to past 48K, past 50K. Who freaking knows? If you're holding for 5 years, Bitcoin's going to be above 50K in 5 years, okay? And if it's not, then you can smite me. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a great freaking day. And yeah, keep stacking, keep holding, and keep being great. Peace out.